Hi, we're doing a call in today, and I have a viewer on the line right now named Ichabod, and he has a question for me. And I have not screened these questions, they are completely spontaneous. Here's Ichabod. Yeah, Rain, um, what are you gonna do when your penis stops working? Oh, until you never having sex again? Yes, thank you, Ichabod. Well, I'm not sure if I would say when my penis stops working because that's I don't think that's inevitable. But if my penis stopped working, I would probably not notice the difference. So, in answer to your question, the same as I always do. I'm sorry. That is so. I don't know how I can tell people I have masculine energy. I've never heard a man talk about his penis that way before. I know there's men out there, good men, who are going, man, you call yourself a man. I don't know. A man does not talk about his penis that way. It's like, that's not a good way to talk about your penis. You should get the picnic basket and find a good man. It's like, what am I saying? I'm talking like I'm a homosexual. Huh. When a lighter decides not to work, it doesn't kid around. That lighter just decides to just like, I'm not gonna work, dude. I'm not gonna light anything that you want me to light, and you can go fuck yourself. And I'm like, well, that's why I have another lighter, dude. I've got like a fucking blowtorch. It's like having another lover on the side, It's like, you're not gonna give me any love? I'm gonna get blowtorch love. I'm gonna get blown like you wouldn't believe. Are you ready? Blowtorch love. Here we go. Blowtorch. Oh, blow that baby. Blow. That's so sexual. So I'm blown away. I don't know about you. I'm the only man that I know. And I find it funny when women try to get things from me. Oh, yeah. Fuck, man. And what happens, I can't hang around Christians because the spirits of the earth in me fuck with them all the time. They can't help it. The laughter that erupts. I got this one Christian to laugh with me about Psalm 91 and 95 sounding like an advertisement for a butt plug. I mean, she still laughs about it. I'm just like, I feel so evil. I don't want to be around them anymore. And they are more evil than I am. Oh fuck. Shit, man, my dick wasn't working and my anus didn't seem to be working properly for 3 days after the last time I saw her. It's like, holy fuck. I think some black magic going on there, baby. I left her a present. I left her my pipe, which, like anything else in my life, I didn't buy. I found it somewhere, and I'm happy to re-gift it to you, so you feel like you've got something off of me. I never used it anyway. I don't really like smoking out of a pipe. I might actually have to move to a bong, which I've never used before, but I think a bong might be the best way to go. I think I just need someone to show me, like, because I know lots of people have gone through this process, and just like, I'm sure there's kind of questions you have if you're used to smoking joints and you haven't used a bong. Like, what's it like? Do you use more weed? Is it a better high? Are there people who don't like it, and why not? All those good questions you want to ask. It reminds me of this cool head shop I walked into one day. Probably the only head shop I've ever walked into, and they were pretty cool. I might go in there one day and ask them. Buy my first bong. Maybe I'll just buy it online. Easier that way too. I'm sure they're all pretty much the same. I mean, maybe they differ in size, but I mean, otherwise they wouldn't be called bongs, would they? They're all called the same thing. They might as well be fairly similar, right? We're not talking about potato peelers here. Hey, I'm running out of power. I don't know what to see. I wish I was a tree. I would never go away. Hey, 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 hey. I don't think the trees go away. I don't think we go away. So I think that it's a good idea to think about a psychology where you plan for multiple lifetimes. So you confront an evil in this world like, well, you know that nothing people believe is probably true when you're dead, right? And it almost doesn't matter the way the things you believed when you were 1.5 don't matter when you're 101. But because in a sense you're zooming up to 1,000 years of age in the parlance of our society, your intelligence, your purity of mind, your zest for life all go to the top of the charts as soon as you remove yourself from the awful tragic experience of dying in one of our putrid hospitals. And a lot of rich people die there, shitting into a bag and just moaning to death, you know, fucking hurting, and they don't ever have enough pain medication, right? They had all the alcohol and the cigarettes and the shit that you needed to eat, but now when you fully need them, they're not there. In fact, they give you 6 or 7 other inferior drugs that make you feel worse and hasten the difficulty and protracted agony of your untimely demise. And these are the people, essentially, who minted your money, who are now going to um, flirt with your grandchildren and befriend them and take their invisible hands, the ones reaching out through the bars that are already closing upon them. They've just arrived again in this world, and pull them out of their minds and out of their bodies into a special world called the soul, and in the all kinds of ways the soul can be mesmerized in a three-dimensional prison floating in the vacuum of space and orbiting a sun full of all kinds of matrices and oaths that are cast over him like the background noise over the fundamental music of the organs and voices of him and his people, and the epics of life after life after life with which all nature springs, spring after spring after spring. And you should think you should have some spring in your step. You've got 2 soles in your feet. You know what I'm saying? You know my beat. You know my beat. You know the heat of fucking Satan on your fucking anus. Saying, maybe I'm not going to stick it in there today. I'm going to stick to my path in life. I'm going to turn on the light socket of my cardiovascular system. I'm going to mix phrases and euphemisms and jargon so that no one will understand what I say, so that I'd be all alone. And my master plan to be a solitary, unfuckable man will finally come to a rapturous conclusion when I make a film called The Unfuckables, starring myself and 1 or 2 other people. And the best that we can hope for is that you will watch this film and you will think, hey, they're not unfuckable. They're just unfuckable. Coming to theaters near you. Coming all by themselves almost every day in the dark. I am accepting submissions for the theme song. Thank you very much.